What's up, y'all? It's Friday morning, so you already know what's about to go down at Whale 104.3 here in Rochester. It's time for the Muse Report. I got my girls in the building. It's about to go down.
Tune in to 104.3, the Muse Report. Thank you for having us. Sacrifices, the web series. Check out Sacrifice, the web series, episode 1 right now. See all of us in it. Good web series coming to the town, Rochester, New York. So be on the lookout for it. There you go.
It's homemade on it. What is it?
Bitch, don't ask me about my money. You know that you out of line. I go get the money like I'm running out of time. Fooling on the strip, catching licks on the grind. Nigga, you a snitch. Take your now she mine. Riding with that 9, rocking Jordan number 9s. I see dollar signs, broke nigga.
For tuning in to the Muse Report with Angel White each and every Friday morning on Whale 104.3. I got my dope co-host in the building, Amanda Rocky B.
Yeah.
Good morning,
Watch
y'all.
your meat. You should watch your mouth. That's how I feel.
That's your move for the day, okay? That's how you feel. All right. We got the cast of Sacrifices in the building. They brought the family, so what's up? How y'all fellas doing this morning?
All right.
Are y'all usually up at this time? Y'all got out of bed for us?
I don't believe that.
They looking like, look, I know that early morning thing, you know, if you don't do it, you don't do it. But thank you, we appreciate y'all for being in the house with us. We're gonna jump into some hot topics, but what's Rocky, what's that move?
What's that move? Well, you know, it's just, you know, a group of, it's a group of men in here, so it's just like, it's just that move. Like, watch the men, you know what I'm saying?
All right, fun in that oven, like,
Just fitting for the occasion. Right, you know.
that's how you were feeling.
That's a move.
Early
Hashtag
morning
move.
spice talk.
Oh, Jesus. How's everybody's Christmas?
I just chilled, man. I didn't even, like, Christmas is just, I feel like now it's just for the kids, you know, like, when you grow up, it's just all about chilling, you know, taking a little sip here and there. But it's just Christmas. Like, if you have kids, it's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
You know, but as an adult, it's like another day off of work, a holiday.
All right,
you know?
it's gonna be different
Like
next
a paid
year.
holiday, you know? That's how it is
So
when you're an
next
adult.
year you're still gonna be okay because you're still gonna be little.
Yeah,
So it's
oh, man, I can't wait.
Nah, okay, so that's a good topic. Little babies. I know people who go crazy for like a 5-month-old. Like,
They
why
don't even
does
know.
this baby need all those
Why are you
presents?
judging
Can't
me
even
already?
open them.
Like, why are you judging me already?
You
okay?
opening up for them.
I'm buying him something that I know I'm gonna want. Like, oh, let me get him this pressure cooker right here.
Jesus. What about you fellas? Do you have kids? Dime, I know you have a family. How was y'all Christmas? What do you think about buying 2-month-old babies Christmas gifts?
Me personally, I ain't really into it. I feel like that's at that age, it's a little too young to just be going crazy.
Absolutely.
You know, you could buy them like teething toys and stuff like that. Stuff they gonna need in the near future. But as far as like piling up and spending $60, $700, $800 on
Why do we do
them,
why?
Yeah, I don't
It's
know,
our
man.
culture.
to me, it's more so about being with the family. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
right. Yeah.
Being with the family.
Absolutely. What about you fellas? Y'all have kids?
Yeah, I got a 6-year-old.
Okay, so yeah.
He's not a normal 6-year-old though. He don't care for toys. All he cares about the game, a cell phone, and a computer.
Listen, it's a different generation
And
now.
clothes,
They're
yes.
totally different. You care about clothes?
He wanted the J. He made sure I had to get him them J's.
At 6? That's your fault.
He big
Yeah.
on that.
That's your
He
fault.
big on clothes. Yeah, he's like 10, 11 and up.
Oh God! So you got the big expensive presents already
Yeah.
early. That's my son. He said, "I just want my Apple Watch." And he got it.
Yeah,
I'm just like, oh,
Don't
okay.
be judging.
All right.
Get him an Apple Watch.
His dad got it for him,
Okay.
just like his dad got an iPhone. And I'm just looking at him like, all right, you dog, that's creating a monster.
Right.
People don't realize that's creating a monster because they have that taste at 6, 7, 8.
You don't need the rest of the iPhone for the rest of the
Yeah, like,
That's a
bruh,
fact.
I don't even have to watch. Like, really? Okay. How do you feel about resolutions? Amanda, what do you have to say?
I let people rock. You know, some people need deadlines. Or, you know, even like certain holidays. Like,
That was good. Some people
like,
need deadlines.
If you only buy me something on Valentine's Day, then no. Like some men need that. Some men need a particular day on the calendar so they know like on this day I need to buy something. And you know, certain people need deadlines like that. So go for it.
What about
Some of
you?
them are
I feel
unrealistic, but you know,
I
right?
feel like
I
they set
respect it.
themselves
I
up.
respect it. Like, okay, you know, New Year, it sounds good. I think people say
Sounds
it
good.
sounds good. You know, you want to believe yourself. So I feel like, I mean, it's cool. I mean, I've done it before. Like, yeah, New Year, new me.
What were
you
some of
gotta
your
start.
past resolutions that you would like to share? So I added that part on because I know you very
I don't
well.
know.
What did you like to say on air? Mic check.
I don't think I ever set a
I don't know.
resolution.
I'm gonna be one of those in the gym. January
Yeah, I'm
1st.
always
I've
in the
been eating
gym.
so crazy. Like I'm just gonna get my fix now because come January, I'm gonna get the discipline.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna be
January
one of
6th is
those
done.
in Planet Fitness taking up all the space. And I'm trusting and believing I'm gonna be
You gonna stick with it?
Yeah, these fake
I'm
gym
gonna be
heads.
committed.
Oh, these fake gym heads
hush.
coming in the new year time, taking up all the treadmills. I'm like, yo, you know you're not even gonna be here tomorrow.
Fellas, what about you? Do y'all guys do New Year's resolutions or no? It's not a female
I
thing.
never really did about New Year's resolution, but I agree with the deadline and things.
Right?
Some people need deadlines.
Yeah, because I'm a person like I work out too, but then I stop. I'll be 6 months in strong, stop, and be like, well, I'm gonna wait. I gotta be the first of the month. And I'm like,
I'll start
get back
Monday.
in and do it right. Yeah. Oh yeah, I gotta start Monday. I can't start in the middle
I
of
got
the week.
5 more days, but I gotta start Monday.
Right.
If I miss Monday, I gotta wait the next Monday.
Yeah, I gotta do wait.
I'm just like you. I went crazy
bad.
like 8 months strong, and then like I went on vacation. Once I went on vacation, I got my
That's
shirt
all
and all
right.
that. Once I come back, I'm like,
Nah, I gotta wait the next Monday.
But since we got the cast in the building, we're gonna get to know y'all. So who wanna go first and let us know about yourselves, who came up with the concept, and for those who are listening who've never heard of Sacrifices, let people know.
Well, my name is Joe Von Powers. I came up with the concept. Just was trying to find some creative things to write about. So kept working on it.
So you wrote it.
Yeah, wrote a couple of scripts. It wasn't really that good. So like I write it, then I'm thinking it's good, then I read it over. Like a couple of weeks later, I'm like, nah, this not it. So I'll get back to it, write it over. So just probably like third time writing it. Felt it was alright. Started hitting people up to get involved, to like start helping me get it out. Start doing that, then it all came together.
Who did you contact? Did you contact friends or people that you know were already kind of interested in that?
Friends and those friends, but people I already know that's already into it. So
So you done some acting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen you in like a few films. I'm like, okay, he must be doing something. Yeah.
So you kind of knew who would be interested. What was their reaction? Were they surprised that you? Was this your first time doing something like
yeah,
this?
this is my first time doing something like this on my own. But I mean, like people that wasn't really surprised because we've been talking about it for a while, like saying how we better put it together. But I just had to like make sure I had to do it. So I put it like go out my own, make sure it's done.
This man, he been treating this like his baby. Like,
Right.
when I say he ain't playing about this, like,
When you have projects like this, they are your babies.
yeah, that's
like,
this right here. This is baby, and I watched this project alone, like, build him as a man. You know what I mean? And I've known him for a little while. He's my little brother, and like just watching him put this together. And when he told me about it, I was excited for him. I was willing to do what I can to help him, but at the same time, I wanted to see how he was going to, take effects of it.
Right.
And once I seen him like putting things into play, I'm like, oh, this boy is serious.
He ain't playing about that thing.
He not playing. He not playing. And now, after the first episode dropped, like everybody that seen it know that. You know what I'm saying? We not playing.
Yeah, that's what it's been like. A lot of people been like hit me up saying like I didn't think he was that serious about it. So they people that wasn't like really involved from the beginning.
Now
surprised.
everybody
They was doubting.
That's how it
Let me get a
goes.
character.
That's how it goes. They never know what you talk about until you put it out there, and then they're like, oh, okay.
Right.
Okay, I see your vision. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Right, it takes a lot of work. I commend you guys for actually sticking through it and getting it done.
What's the end game? What's your plan?
Keep going. You know what I mean? Just keep working on writing scripts, keep getting better, keep focusing on that. Just stay grounded, stay humble, and keep working.
And how are you putting it out there? Is it just online?
Yeah, online right now. As it get bigger, find bigger ideas.
Oh
But
yeah.
right now, just keep working on it.
I also think that this project has a way of like bringing the city together. You know what I mean? Like, as far as the casting, like we got people from every angle of the city. You know what I mean? Like east side, west side, north side, south side. Like, and we all coming together. Like if y'all was to see like our group message on Facebook, like it's so much love and you know there ain't no hate and everybody you know congratulating each other and motivating each other and to be from Rochester, that's rare. Man. That's rare. It's not like most times in Rochester somebody sees somebody have a piece of success and automatically you see hate. You know what I mean? Like and for you know him and all of us to be able to come together and you know what I mean, no negativity and we supporting each other and you know what I'm saying. I've seen him in the streets before, but I don't know him personally. But y'all probably couldn't tell that. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. That's all love.
That's just how I am. But due to like what he got going on, it makes it easier. He's providing a platform for all of us to come together, and that's that's major to me.
Yeah, that's the main. That's one of the things I wanted to do from the beginning, like bring people together from different sides of the town. Just like stop all the beefs that was going on between people and just
it's another side to us.
Yeah.
We gotta create a sides and we can execute something successfully without no mess. That's definitely dope. I honestly found out about it from other people sharing and talking about it. And like you said, usually when somebody has a project like that, the way this town works, you hear all the mess, people hate, people got something to say, which is so crazy because my thing is you don't even have to like what somebody else is doing, right? But if they are using their time, energy, money to put something out there creative, like you don't even don't say nothing. Like I see stuff, we had this conversation before, I see stuff I don't like and think is whack all the time, but I'm never gonna put it out there. They're like, okay, just keep it moving, bypass it. When you take that energy to put something negative out against somebody else's work, and this is art. Like people don't understand, this is art. That's why it's his baby, because that's his way of expressing himself creatively. Like that's very close to you. Like you probably, I bet you don't play about it neither. Like that's how you feel. Yeah, like you feel that way about your baby. Like
you want to tell about the time
the
cameraman went MIA for a minute?
Yeah, like it gets real serious. I respect that. And I admire that. And I think it's great that you brought in not just your baby, but it included other people. And it's stuff like that that's gonna elevate a town. Like you can't stop the negative from being negative or the bad apples from being who they are. But you take your platform and what you like and what you think is dope and the people around you, that's how it's gonna bring the town out of the rut that it's been.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
So for those who maybe have not caught wind of your project, is it like a monthly sequel? What is it exactly?
So we just probably about every couple of weeks we put a new episode out.
Okay.
Like that's what we going on.
You
right
upload
now.
it to YouTube?
Yeah.
So if you were to search YouTube Sacrifices, that's where you can find the
Yeah.
episode.
You're gonna see the
Subscribe to the
trailer,
channel.
then you're gonna see the actual first episode.
Yeah, that's what's up. So how do you come up with the storyline? Is it something that you experienced before?
Yeah, it's like
But you know experience before?
some stuff off imagination, some stuff off of real life. Put real life and imagination together and just come up with it.
Right. I got something to say. First.
What, Rocky, what?
First scene for me, when he got bum rushed and the delivery guy came with the pizza. He should have known those Caesars don't deliver. I said that was gonna be a setup.
That's all.
Like, look, Caesars delivering. What?
Right there.
No, it's not even on Grubhub or nothing. Like, what Caesars doing here? You should have known delivery.
That's a detail person. That's how detailed.
Y'all gonna give me no change? No, those Caesars don't deliver. We're not giving you no change. Let me see what's in the box.
You get off my nerves.
That's a fact.
Was that purpose? That was that purpose?
Yeah.
With humor in here.
Bought him a little cold pains. He ain't getting no pizza that
That man had something else on his mind anyway.
That
He wasn't thinking about that piece.
That's a
$5
fact.
box. Over by Sushi House. Yeah, that's what it
Yeah,
is.
this little pretty thing. It was high.
Yo, that's
Sleeping.
That's crazy. I mean, I was watching it and I had to ask my boyfriend, like, does this really happen? Like, girls really do this? And he was like, oh yeah, man, we was teenagers, man. I know a few. And I'm like, wow, that's deep. So I feel like that's it makes it
to
real.
that extent,
Yeah.
or they just go while you sleep, go in your pockets, take your little change, get up out of there.
What do y'all say, this was a crazy year, like in the news, that's what my team is about, putting the news out for our generations on thefrecklednews.com. So this year there was a lot of crazy things that took place, especially with the scandals, with all the powerful men going down, with sexual harassment, sexual abuse. And it just goes to show you this stuff been going on for years. Like, it's been going on for years. The difference is social media. And once one person opens their mouth, then everybody like, wait a minute, he did that to me too. Like, oh, and it's game over for that. So fellas, word of advice, what I say, and Dime, you have daughters, you are married. I just say, there's nothing wrong with compliments to a woman, right? But if you wouldn't want anyone to say this to your daughter or say this to your mother, your sister, then maybe you should not be saying it to somebody else. What y'all got to say, fellas?
I think, well, I know for a fact once I had my first daughter, my whole aspect on life changed. You know what I mean? I value women even more, you know what I mean? Because I thought about that. I'm like, at some point in life, my daughter is going to become a woman. And reason why I had to man up and do what I did, you know what I'm saying? For one, like, my wife was phenomenal, but like, it was easier for me to make the decision to marry her because I wanted to break the cycle. Like, so many kids grow up, and I work with kids, that's what I do for a living. So many kids that come across my path grow up in broken homes, and they don't know what it's like to have mommy and daddy in the house together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the way I see it, the way I visualize, I didn't have that either. So what I mean by breaking the cycle is that by me making that commitment not only to my wife but to my 2 children as well, I'm showing them what it looked like. I'm showing them what real love is like on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? They see me loving on mommy, and they hear me telling mommy I love you. If one of y'all to come to my house, all y'all gonna hear is I love you, daddy I love you, mommy I love you, baby I, you know what I mean? And we spread that love around our house because I feel like when young ladies don't have the love or, you know what I'm saying, that support from their father, they go out seeking it. I mean, as human beings, we all want to be loved, whether we want to admit it or not. You know what I'm saying? We all want to be loved. We all want to be wanted. So when a young lady never really, you know what I'm saying, been in an experience or seen real love from a real man, she goes out searching for it. And all she know is love, it exists, but what does it really look like? Right. You know what I mean? And it becomes a cycle, you know what I mean? And it steers a lot of women in the wrong direction. Yeah,
You better preach in here on this Friday morning.
Write that down. That's a new web series. What is love?
No, seriously, because I agree, especially not seeing it in the home. Like, you could, if you don't see it in the home, I grew up without seeing that in the home, and that's, most people my age haven't seen it like that. So that when we do see it, it's so rare. But we need to start making that the norm. Hearing the words "I love you." Some people never heard certain men in their family say those words, but those are chains, and I agree. It starts with us with breaking them. Absolutely.
So what do you say to a person that don't really say I love you?
First of all, you're not about to interview us. We
How do you feel about that?
Go ahead, Raquel.
I got you, Angel. No, that was easy.
Well, no, I say to a person who doesn't say I love you, I feel like you need to talk to God and we need to figure out why you don't say I love you. Like, no, because it's something. It's
a
something.
process.
It's a piece.
It's
like
a
Don
process.
said, we all want to be loved. So it might be something that happened to you or that's in you that's preventing you from saying that. And let's get down to the bottom of it. I said this the other day, I think we all screwed up. It's just about figuring out which way you screwed up and how you can tackle that. Like, we all got stuff that's messed up about us, but it's not, but if you never identify that, you'll keep going on in life making up all the excuses why this is going wrong or that is going wrong until you look at yourself like, no, I got that problem, and it's me, and figure out how to handle it. And it's not overnight. Like, some things you're gonna have to fight your whole life, but once you know what it is, you can then tackle it and start, self-correcting yourself, because we all got stuff that makes us jacked up.
Piggyback off you, Angel, I think that's what defines us as people, you know what I mean? Like, we human, we're gonna make mistakes, but it's about how you bounce back from that mistake, how you bounce back from that loss, you know what I mean? Are you able to apologize when you know you was wrong, you know what I mean? That's what
men do. You hear advice of men that don't know how to apologize.
And it's just men, it's people in general.
Period. I think to answer to what Bro said about, people who don't say I love you, I feel like it's a practice thing, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't always okay with it. Like, my dad and my mom always been in my life, but like, my dad wasn't in the house, you know what I mean? But he was always there. And even though, like, he told me he loved me, you know what I mean? But I had to come more comfortable with being able to say it, you know what I'm saying, with my family and stuff like that. So it's like a practice thing. Yeah, it's a practice thing.
I'll say that even with my sisters, like, you know, we all grew up in the same house and we have different fathers but same mother. But like, we have even identified it that we feel weird hugging each other. And it's so weird. We know my mom, my stepdad, we know they loved us. You know, we know they did what they had to do to make sure we had. But hugging, like, that's something that took us a minute. Even when, like, I hug my mom, I love my mom, I know she loved me, but it wasn't something we did on a regular basis. So even now, like, we had to grow into that. So it's not an awkwardness. Like, how we grew up in the same household, but there's awkwardness when we hug. But that's something that's taught. Even my grandfather, to this day, we personally, before we get off the phone, we're like, we love you. He'll say, nah.
Yeah.
But that's because that's not something like
They
that
were
goes
taught.
to, he never to this day, I can call him right now, have a conversation at the end of it, I'm like, I love you, granddad, yeah, all right. Because they don't do it. Like, so once you identify it, so now I'm making sure all day, every day, I'm telling my baby I love him. We'll be doing nothing, we'll get the rest of like, I love you, he's like, I love you more. Like, we go back and forth, who love each other more, because they need that.
And most times too, there's always a root as to why you can't say it, and most times it's either rejection or abandonment. So it's always gonna lead back to your childhood. You're afraid to tell somebody you love them because you're afraid that if you do, it's like a vulnerable door that you just opened, where everybody who used to open that door, they left you, they abandoned you, they rejected you. You know what I'm saying? So kind of it becomes like a defense mechanism. Like, nah, I'm not gonna let nobody touch that part because everybody who has left me or disappointed me. You know, so it really stems down to you're like a grown person, but there's still a child in you that's kind of calling all the shots in your adult life because they haven't healed. So, I mean, that was for free.
Got deeper. I'm in the report.
We'll have altar call afterwards. Okay?
No, definitely, you know, I appreciate y'all coming in and getting your perspective, because we talk all the time about what we think and our opinions, but having the male perspective is definitely useful, and positive male perspective. Even for our listeners listening in, they hear us and we're very opinionated, we go hard, but to hear it from you fellas, successful fellas out chasing your dreams, like we're glad to have y'all in studio. Anytime you ever have a new project coming out, you're always welcome. Just let us know. We want to thank y'all for coming through. We're going to jump into a song or two real quick before we get out of here, but I just want to say that before things get crazy.
See you in the new
year.
What you want to say, Don?
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate y'all for having us. Thanks for having us.
I just want to say one more thing about the web series. It also provides a platform for musicians in that area, you know what I mean? And it's about, you know, like real stuff that go on the streets, but we showing another platform and providing another platform for our musicians, because we got a lot of good talent in our area that goes unnoticed, you know what I'm saying, because we're little old Rochester, but we got big names here that just ain't blow yet, you know what I mean? And it's definitely the season. It's coming. Like, Angel, I see you. I want to commend you for, you know, I've been watching you for years, and you've been doing your thing, staying consistent, and, you know what I'm saying, all the haters that been coming past your way, like, you ain't let that stop you. And that's something that we all gotta instill into our own lives, you know what I mean?
Thank you, I appreciate that. I definitely think that's dope to include the music. That was a kind of a plan of mine for some things I've written that even you don't even realize how, even in a car ride, you showing the scene in a car ride instead of listening to a rapper we all know. Play somebody from your hometown. That small moment is a big deal. And that's how people got to start thinking. Like that, even with my mixtape, that was the point of what I'm saying. It's a lot of dope talent here, but it gets overlooked because of our names. But it's up to sacrifices, the music, stuff like that to start, you know, making it.
That's something everybody can relate to, because rappers everywhere that's trying to get on. So that's what the story is about, like a rapper trying to make it and trying to lead a streak. So
That story is everywhere.
Yeah, that's what I thought. When I first watched it, I was like, oh, another local rapper trying to make it. But when he had that studio session, I'm like, oh, this song is actually pretty dope. So
Rocky
like,
Shot.
Those are real songs.
Most of the
songs on there was real songs. Like most of the songs on there was his song.
It's his songs, his flow is nice, his voice is dope. So
that's one of the main things that made me, when I heard about the series, because I'm an artist. If you look me up on Mr. Pour Up on YouTube, But when I heard about it and heard what it was about, a local artist trying to come up, one, just doing many different things, trying to become a successful rapper, that made me come and call around and hit people up.
Cause you can feel that.
Because I was once
You
in
can
and
relate.
out, going to the city, performing, and then everything stopped. Now I got, this helped me get back to it.
Right. That's dope.
That's what's up. That's what's up. We want to thank the cast of Sacrifices for it being in the building.
Thanks
And
for having us.
Thanks for everybody tuning in and listening in, and we will talk to y'all in the new year.
What's up, everybody? I'm Pour Up. This is the Cast of Sacrifices. We at the Moose Report 104.3, and I want to thank y'all for having us.
Bitch, don't ask me about my money, you know that you out of line. I go get the money like I'm running out of time.